Hey, so I have been seeing a lot of YouTube videos of people like playing Minecraft and doing like a Minecraft podcast, basically. That's basically what it is. They like play an old version of Minecraft and they give like life advice and that kind of thing. Uh, I'm not big on, I'm not gonna give anybody life advice. I don't think I'm quite qualified for that, but I do like, I do like to put those videos on and just have them in the background, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that because I know those channels have been gaining traction recently. But so, and I think that's the kind of thing I want to do. Except I'm doing it a little different. Firstly, I actually installed a mod that I've been working on, and it's not released yet, but I think it'd be kind of interesting if um I played with it anyways, as like partially a kind of play test for the mod, also partially just because I think it'd make for interesting content. Ooh, okay, there we go. But yeah, I been working on the mod for a while. It was kind of made from like I started whenever I heard people being like ragging on modern Minecraft and how they don't like it, and um it feels less um lonely. I think that's not the best way to word it, but that's definitely a lot of people think that's way too loud and there's a lot of junk going on. Like I think the vibes of original Minecraft was it's quiet, it's lonely, it's just you and your thoughts. In modern Minecraft, you got all these features, and um, I wanted to challenge myself and be like, how can I bring that back without going back to an older Minecraft version without getting rid of anything? How can I bring back this quiet, simple feeling? And I think I'm doing a good job of that so far. The mod's not done, but I will. I'll. It'll be done soon. That's for sure. When will it release? Who knows? I'm not used to being in front of a microphone, I'll be honest. I guess I'll do some live commentary though. Not like a sports announcer commentary. God no. But I mean at this right now I don't think there's much to comment on. Like, oh, making axes and pickaxes. How innovative, how exciting. This is just basic Minecraft. I didn't really change the loop of Minecraft. If you can really just download the mod and then play normal Minecraft if you want. I'll be honest. I didn't make any earth-shattering changes to the formula, which I think um was part of my intention going forward or making the mod. If anything, I was like, the only thing I can change to the Minecraft formula is maybe make it a bit more similar to how it was originally. Which I don't know. I think I did that. I gave more of an point to like you can sit and make stuff. I feel like I didn't actually add a lot of building blocks in this mod because I feel like there's so many of those. We don't need more. Like there's no. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, no, don't expect many new block types because I really don't think there's much point in it, you know? We have plenty. Oh, and you might notice this is the, not the most recent, but the second most recent iteration of Minecraft, but it's got all the old textures. So I downloaded this texture pack to try it out, and I like it. I didn't get rid of it because I like it. I like playing with it, but it's it's I forget who made it, but um, it was someone like because there's the programmer art texture pack which brings back the old textures, but only like some of them, you know. And so it can be kind of jarring to put them next to each other. So someone at least has been working on a version of that where it's like the what was this? It was they're bringing back like it's a texture pack to be like what would new stuff look like if it had an older style. That's it. I don't know why I struggled to bring that out of my mouth, but that's what it is. And uh 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 gonna be saying that a lot, I think. But yeah. Yeah, me collecting the mushrooms, there's a reason for that. There's actually I wanted to there are new items also. There's new stuff. But I wanted to if I added something, I wanted it to also give a use to a pre-existing thing for the most part. There are some things that don't. Well, actually, that's a lie. That's just a lie. Everything in some way gives a new gives a pre-existing item a new thing that it does. I'm trying to think if that's true. I'm like 99% sure that's true. Even if it's like a little thing, like it's used in the crafting recipe for that thing. Just looking at the little generation there, I guess. I do want to say, I'm not. The reason I think I like this texture pack more is not because I think the old textures are objectively better. I am more familiar with them though. It's I see I play a game with them and I'm like I know what everything is. I know what it all does. And like I know how modern Minecraft works also, but oh, we just found one of the structures I added. Structure and kind of a liberal uh, usage of the word structure, but it is a structure. It's a little raft which can spawn in like water areas. And those mobs are called Bipples. That's a mushroom Bipple, which is one of the mobs I added, and they're tameable. They're meant to be like so if you I don't know, I feel like this is a universal usage of wolves, but at some point have you like gotten like a big wolf army and then you just feel unstoppable commanding them around and then but you feel bad because they die and they're like dogs and you don't like to see dogs die. So this is like a take on that, you know, because I added these little creatures that you can tame and they're like pretty weak compared to wolves, I think, but you're meant to get a bunch of them and then they follow you around and you're okay with them dying because firstly they aren't dogs, but you're also meant to not really grow attachments to any individual Bipple. And we're seeing another variant of the Bipples now that's a frosted Bipple. And one of the things it can be tamed by is sticks. Mushroom Bipples are tameable by mushrooms. There's multiple things that can tame a Bipple or each species of Bipple. But for frosted ones, it's sticks, or that's one of them. And then it can also be coal, and probably something else and I forgot. And then mushroom bipples are tameable by any kind of mushroom or fungus. A detail I like is that whenever you tame a bipple, the little thingy on its head becomes blue. And for the mushroom ones, they don't have a little antenna. Almost all of them have an antenna, except for the mushroom one. But they turn blue whenever you tame them. So I was like, how do I make this work contextually? And so what I did was I made it the nether mushroom, which is blue. I'm trying to remember why I didn't go to that igloo up there, because uh, I see it, and I just forget about it? I might just forget about it. Yep, no, I just forget about that igloo. Because I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh, I want to go to that igloo. And then I just don't. Oh yeah, I forgot to commentate on the sketch. So I feel like another thing a lot of old players don't like, a lot of people that were around whenever Minecraft was in its early stages, they don't like the recipe book. They like it's like it's kind of a necessary evil, I think, because a lot of crafting recipes you couldn't be reasonably expected to learn what some of these recipes are. But so I was thinking, like, you can't like earn any of the recipes in this mod from advancements or anything and look them up in the recipe book until you use the crafting recipe, obviously. But I was thinking, how can I make it interesting? So I made these little crude sketches, pixely sketches, and that's how you find out about how to craft certain items in this mod, through these little recipes that you find in structures. I think it's a good compromise, because it's just bad game design to be like, okay, there's like all these items that you can only get by putting random junk in a crafting table and then hoping for the best. But also, it's kind of, I don't know, the recipe book is kind of boring. I guess like finding the recipes in random structures is maybe a little cold take on the idea, but I don't know, actually. I haven't seen anyone do it, but... Oh yeah, and I see there's water there, so I'm like, no, never mind. Don't want to deal with water. Trying to think. All of the Bipple variants you could probably guess, but they all have some kind of unique quirk, and they're all slightly different in their stats. Right now I play with these rabbits because they all run into grass, because I don't know why. I think it's because they spawn on like... Oh yeah, I got a little annoyed because I think I made the Bipples a little too loud, and so I'm just trying to turn them down so they're less annoying. That is something I'm gonna probably fix. So I don't think I explained what each Bipple variant does. Also, I forgot to say that this actually isn't... I'm not playing right now. This is actually commentary on my gameplay, because I have such a hard time of playing a video game and then also commentating. I mean, I'm struggling to commentate while I'm not playing a video game. So, and this is mainly meant as like something for someone to put on in the background and listen to. Or, you know, you can watch it if you want. I'm not gonna stop you. Sorry about my nose. It's, allergies have been getting to me. Allergies. Don't know why I can't say that. Oh, made an Enderman mad. I try to kill him here, but, well, first he starts dodging all my X-Wings, but he gets away. This is the first time you get to see the Bipples attack something. So the frosted Bipples, they don't shoot snowballs. They shoot these little ice balls that I put in the game, and they don't do any damage, but they do give a mob like some extreme slowness. They're meant as like a support Bipple. Like you got your main Bipples, and then you got frosted Bipples that are like a support, like in team-based like an RPG or something. I guess not just RPGs, but in stuff where you gotta have like a balanced team, sometimes there's like a support class that can't do much on its own, but with help it can be very useful. Then the fungal ones, whenever they get hurt, they release some spores that give some resistance, the resistance effect to you and the other Bipples that you have nearby. Not just all of them. They have to be near them. Oh, this yeah, unfortunate. So for a while here, you can see me be like, oh god, like what happened? Yeah, I guess maybe I should have expected that, but I didn't know that the player falls faster than stalactites. To be fair, in my defense. But yeah, I get pretty mad here. You can't hear it obviously, but maybe you can see it. Collecting some brown mushrooms in case somehow I find another fungal Bipple. But I completely blanked out on what to say next. Well, whoops. Let me think. Oh, yeah. There's like some major lag spikes, and I don't remember if the actual like playing the game these lag spikes happened, or if the if my OBS was just having a rough time. But it sucks because it kind of, I don't know. I mean, it looks bad, obviously. It's not fun to watch the graphics suddenly like judder and stuff. I don't know why it does it. Hopefully, and oh, yeah. Anytime it happens, it's just like ew. Hopefully, because I haven't seen the recording all the way through yet, but I am hoping that it doesn't happen too often. Oh, I completely blanked out on the fact that I found I found one of those abandoned villages, which I feel like is a structure nobody like says anything about. No one like. I feel like no one acknowledges the fact they exist. I think maybe people just don't know that they exist. I know that they exist, but I feel like there's some people that are just like they never put them in the game. But that's not true. Maybe they're like think that it was like a temporary thing or something. But no, there are abandoned villages in Minecraft. I don't know actually how common or rare they are. I just know. I found one here. Yeah, this frame rate dropping suddenly just doesn't look good. But hopefully, like I said, you're not supposed to look at it. You're supposed to put it on the background. So hopefully, it's not that big of a distraction. It is still a problem though. I'm gonna try to figure that out after I record this. Yeah, so right now I'm trying to figure out where I died and try to get back to it because I really didn't want to start over. I do eventually end up starting over. Unfortunately. Didn't want to accept it though. Oh yeah, here's an example of how, because it's not just old textures, it takes new textures and makes them look old, and you can see that with the crying obsidian. It's like the beta, but before it was implemented, crying obsidian. I feel like that's something no one ever talked about. Like everyone was like, or as a child, I know everyone's like, top 10 Minecraft features they should add into modern Minecraft. Number 1, crying obsidian. If Mojang doesn't put this in the game, I'm gonna cut my fucking head off. And then they put crying obsidian in the game, and then everyone's like, okay, whatever. I don't give a crap. It's like whenever they put everyone like it's like put Ridley in Smash Bros. I want him in Smash Bros so bad. And then they put Ridley in Smash Bros. And everyone's like, oh, fuck this guy. They put Simon in Smash Bros. And no, I hear no one talking about Simon. They put fucking, I don't know. Those are the only 2 characters that they put in Smash Bros. Oh yeah, King K. Rool. No one talks about King K. Rool in Smash Bros. Or Banjo and Kazooie. And yet they were like some of the biggest. No one would shut up about King K. Rool and Banjo Kazooie before they were added and be like, oh, they need to be in Smash Bros. And then they get put in, and everyone's like, who fucking cares anymore? I think that stems from the fact that a lot of people like to complain more than they like to be happy. You know? I know some people like that. I don't think I'm like that. I'm like 90% sure I'm not like that. Like on rare occasions I'll enjoy excuse me. On rare occasions I'll enjoy complaining, but it's rare. And it's whenever someone really screws me over. Honestly, it's very hard for me to judge other people or become like hate people. You'd have to do something actually bad for me to judge you or hate you. Or make AI art, which I guess in the public eye, it's becoming less and less of a bad thing, which is dumb. But, if you make AI stuff, you don't even have to be like, oh, it's so I think it's just as good as if you just do it at all or support it at all. I'm gonna judge the hell out of you. I know people like to say it's the future, and it is, but it's not a good future. It's objectively a bad future or a bad future. It only solves problems that we as a society have made, and it introduces way more problems. It's not worth it at all. And people are like, it's gonna be the future, so you should just accept it. And it's like, no, the fuck, I don't. I'm not gonna accept it. And we pissing and shitting across the finish line as it becomes more and more common. I don't gotta accept it. Like right now, I think the worst thing it's doing it is pretty bad is replacing artist jobs, which sucks because I wanted to be in the entertainment industry and like make money from that, but I know for a fact that one day Disney's gonna be there's not gonna be any artists in that company, and it's just gonna be like people know who like to make money and trying to please investors, and then they put prompts into AI and are like, okay, here we go. Here is the like artificially mathematically proven to be the most effective money making movie, which is gonna suck. Your corporate movies and entertainment is already so bad. It's so heartless. Imagine how much more heartless it's gonna be whenever AI is doing all of it and artists don't even get a chance to make it. But even then, that's not even like the worst part of it. I think the worst part of it is gonna be, you're gonna be you're gonna be hearing out on the news that like some guy put like a prompt into an AI where it's like, here's a picture of a guy. Can you generate footage of him robbing a bank so I can frame him for robbing a fucking bank? And then he's gonna get put in jail, and then they're gonna figure out that it was AI footage. That's gonna be a whole goddamn fiasco. It's just, is that worth it to have that constant threat of just of what I've just said being at everyone's fingertips constantly, just so you can cut some goddamn corners whenever you're making your movies? Maybe I do like to complain. That was a tangent for sure. When it comes to AI, yeah, I'll complain. I don't like it. Not gonna find me liking it. But yeah, I totally skimmed over what was happening. Found the ruined portal. I got a golden apple. That's pretty good. Got some beds, multiple. Oh yes, we found one of the biomes. I did not add a lot of biomes, but this is one of them, and I like them a lot. I like it a lot. I like the vibes here. So this is I don't actually have a name for it, but it's very dead-looking jungle where there's a lot of um, there's a word for it. I completely forgot now. Defunct railways. That's it. You'll find a lot of broken down rail area, like rails and minecart stuff, and a lot of other stuff too. But you'll notice there's not a new wood type. It's just a stripped dark oak, which honestly, maybe this is a hot take, but I don't think we need a new wood type. There's so many colors of wood. The only kind of wood we don't have is like green wood. Other than that, we got so many colors of wood. We got blue wood, we got red wood, we got orange wood, we got every shade of brown you could ever imagine. We don't need more wood. That's And I think like certain features of wood we just haven't explored that well, like stripped wood. No one ever uses stripped wood except for like advanced builders and stuff like that. That's not even the only thing here. You're noticing I'm picking up some walnuts, which is a new food source. That's not the only thing it is, but that's one of them. They're on the trees here. And then there's some berries I'm picking up. Blueberries. They aren't blueberries, they're bop berries. Which they're also a food source, but they do more stuff. You're gonna notice. Oh, we found another like loot area, or like another structure that has loot in it. Found the loot. It is in the ground. It's not supposed to be in the ground, but Minecraft generation can be weird. Nothing I can do about that. I think we're gearing towards the end of this video. Yeah. A little under 10 minutes left. So, grass and dead bushes are a food source for another kind of Bipple. So that's why I'm collecting it, in case I run into one of them. Oh, I just noticed the other biome I added is like right over there, and I never noticed it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was wrong. I just didn't see the horizon right. It is a cool horizon though. So I don't usually play Minecraft at high settings, well, because firstly I don't think I need it. Looks kind of charming also, and then second thing that I can't think of. Just kidding. I don't know if my PC could handle more. Genuinely, it's like it can or cannot or can. I just don't know. Oh, and this is a walnut. Wall with 2 L's. Yeah, I noticed I messed up the how big the item was here. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, that is something I gotta fix. But yeah, that's a walnut. Walnut. It's blast resistant. And also not a pain to move around. You can make it by, I forget, is it like, I forget if it's 9 walnuts or 4, but you combine like a bunch of walnuts to make the walnut. Saying it out loud then make for it didn't make for like a very user-friendly name, but whatever. It's kind of a Plants vs. Zombies reference, kind of not. There's a mob here. I think you saw it. It was a kind of Bipple. And they don't follow you around like the other ones. They're stationary, and they can fly, and they can shoot at mobs that you hit. They're meant to be like able to guard your stuff, like a guard system. Like you bop someone once, and then until you log off, they're not allowed near you. Or like mobs and stuff. If a mob hits you, or you get hit by a mob. Or wait, that's the same thing. If a mob hits you, or you hit a mob, and then you gotta run to your house, and they'll take care of it for you, so it can't chase you anymore. And then they shoot them with walnuts. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, that's the other feature of the walnuts. They're a food source, but you can also throw them at people. Just because I like having items and throwing them at people. In any video game, really. Right now I'm building a house, actually. Took me a while, but I don't think I end up finishing it, also. But yeah, in like Smash Bros. Or yeah, no, any video game, I just like being able to throw items around. Which is like the worst. I think that's the worst kind of like I forgot. I think it's like the least effective way of like doing combat in a video game. Well, I don't know, I think it's funny. It's like not the worst way of attacking mobs either. It's got some decent damage. Well, actually it doesn't, but you can throw them so fast that it doesn't matter. Also, the Bipples you saw, they automatically attack zombies. So it's kind of a Plants Zombies reference. You got like this pea shooter like mob, and then you also got a literal walnut. Oh yeah, you're seeing me use it right now. You can throw it, and then you can also eat it. I love whenever items and stuff have multiple uses. I guess that's part of why, because I don't think I added that much in terms of like items and blocks and mobs, because I like whenever things have multiple uses. And I don't want to like implement like, oh, this block it does this and that's it, or this is a mob, it does like one thing and you only need it for that one thing, and then you never have to deal with it again. Like I think there are some mobs that don't have multiple uses, but I don't think mobs need, well, I mean they do. I think mobs should have a lot of bells and whistles, just like everything else in Minecraft, but I don't think giving them uses per se is the correct way to go about it, unless it's like a mob you're supposed to farm. Because like, if it's something you're supposed to farm, then yeah, sure, give it multiple uses. But if it's like a hostile mob, you don't gotta give it like something to farm, but should have some like neat characteristics about it. Like zombies can they can pick up your tools whenever you die, or if a skeleton kills a creeper, then the creeper drops a music disc. And they're also creepers are afraid of cats, and then vindicators, if you name them Johnny, then they attack all the mobs indiscriminately. Just stuff like that. I'm trying to think. What else is? Oh yeah, you'll notice I put spawn eggs in one of the loot chests. You can actually obtain spawn eggs. Those are for the Bipples. I think. Like, yeah, I get spawn eggs are supposed to be like something you can only get in creative mode, and can't actually, you're not supposed to be able to get them in survival like at all. But oh, I like the idea of like at least it kind of being a feature in survival. It doesn't have to be like you can get any mob spawn egg. But like for the Bipples, where it's supposed to be an army that you can command, then yeah, I think. I mean, there's no point. I was almost definitely gonna add something similar to it if I didn't just use a spawn egg, like a way to transport them in your inventory. Oh yeah, there's the synthetic Bipple. That's what it's called, by the way. The one I was talking about. I like its design. I like all the designs of the Bipples, I think. I think my least favorite is the frosted Bipple. But they're all good, I think. Also, I don't know what else it is. I think we're really wrapping up now. Let me check. Yep. Well, thank you for watching, for coming to the end. I don't know if anyone actually is going to do that, but if you did, thank you. We're going to finish the house in the next episode. If there is another episode.